Texas homelessness crisis, a state in search of a solution. For decades, Texas has largely treated homelessness as a local issue. Cities operate shelters and fund outreach programs. Counties run jails and public hospitals. Police officers respond to complaints, while nonprofit organizations provide housing, treatment, and other services. However, this fragmented approach is now under scrutiny as state lawmakers, local officials, and advocates grapple with a crisis that costs billions and leaves tens of thousands of Texans without stable housing. The numbers paint a stark picture. In Austin alone, the 2025 point-in-time count identified 3,238 people experiencing homelessness, with 1,577 sleeping unsheltered. In Midland, the count found 300 individuals experiencing homelessness, including 89 children and 54 seniors. Statewide, the problem has grown despite significant local spending, prompting fundamental questions about how Texas addresses housing instability, mental illness, and public safety. A fragmented system with high costs. The current approach is often described by experts as a costly cycle in which vulnerable Texans move repeatedly between streets, emergency rooms, county jails, and short-term treatment programs. This revolving door comes with an enormous price tag. According to testimony before the Texas House Committee on Intergovernmental Affairs, local Texas governments spend approximately $3.2 billion annually responding to about 18,500 high-need individuals who are at high risk of becoming involved with the criminal justice system. That amounts to an estimated $175,000 per person each year. This figure encompasses costs generated when people with complex behavioral health needs interact repeatedly with police, emergency medical services, hospitals, courts, and jails. The fragmentation is a central problem. As B.J. Wagner, Executive Vice President for Health and Public Safety at the Meadows Mental Health Policy Institute, explained, a police officer, emergency room doctor, jail employee, and homeless services provider may each encounter the same person without knowing what the other agencies have already tried. The burden on county jails is particularly acute. Stephen Autry, Dallas County's Director of Operations for Judicial and Correctional Services, told lawmakers that the Dallas County Jail held 7,018 people and was operating at approximately 94% capacity. Housing one person costs the county about $96 per day, producing a daily jail bed expense of roughly $681,000. Autry noted that 53% of people booked into the Dallas County Jail during May 2026 were identified as having a suspected behavioral health need. Many of these individuals are arrested for low-level, nonviolent offenses such as criminal trespassing and remain in jail for days or weeks before returning to the street. Autry described the situation starkly. For all intents and purposes, they were doing life sentences 30 days at a time. He emphasized that communities are not getting safer. People are not getting better. The same calls keep coming in. The same officers respond, and the same offenders return to jail. We cannot arrest ourselves out of this situation. The root causes, more than a housing problem. Texas lawmakers are beginning to recognize that homelessness is not a single issue, but a complex interplay of factors. State Representative David Spiller noted, "We are really talking about three separate issues: homelessness, mental illness, and systemic recidivism. They're all related, but they're all separate. Some people become homeless due to financial shocks, job loss, rapidly increasing rent, domestic violence, medical emergencies, or other crises. These individuals may need rental assistance, temporary shelter, or help finding another home. However, a smaller but highly visible group of people experiencing chronic, unsheltered homelessness often have severe mental illnesses, serious substance use disorders, and repeated encounters with police and hospitals. The housing affordability crisis underlies much of the problem. According to the Texas Comptroller's Office, median home prices jumped 40% between 2019 and 2023, while mortgage rates soared to a 23-year high of 7.79% in October 2023. Texas faced a shortage of 306,000 homes in 2023. The National Low-Income Housing Coalition reports that 83.6% of very low-income Texans and 54.7% of low-income Texans are housing cost burdened, meaning they spend more than 30% of their annual income on housing. The Crisis Service Model, a new approach. Senate Bill 2487, filed for the 2025 legislative session, would authorize counties with populations exceeding 1.2 million to establish crisis service models. These comprehensive centers would provide 24/7 crisis intervention and stabilization services, short-term residential care, medical detoxification, care coordination, and specialized services for individuals experiencing homelessness. A key provision of the bill requires law enforcement agencies and emergency medical services to prioritize transporting individuals experiencing a crisis to designated crisis facilities instead of more restrictive settings like jails or emergency rooms. Within 48 hours of initial intervention, individuals would receive crisis follow-up services, including risk reassessment, safety planning, and connection to mental health and housing services. The bill draws inspiration from programs like San Antonio's Haven for Hope, which combine immediate crisis stabilization with comprehensive housing services to reduce chronic homelessness and lower public costs. The legislation also requires coordination with continuum of care programs, emergency shelters, coordinated entry systems, rapid rehousing programs, and permanent supportive housing units. The economic imperative. Texas Comptroller Glenn Hegar has framed the housing affordability crisis as an economic threat. Texas is grappling with a housing affordability crisis that threatens our prosperity, Hegar wrote in 2025. He noted that elevated housing costs impede hiring and retention, influencing where companies locate, and that rising housing costs force businesses to raise wages, increasing operating expenses and prompting moves to more affordable areas. Hegar's office has advocated for reducing regulatory barriers to housing construction. Economists Chong Tai-si and Enrico Moretti estimate that restrictive land use policies cost the U.S. economy $1.6 trillion annually in lost wages and productivity. Hegar argued that the solution lies in restoring a core property right, the freedom to build more homes, and called on state lawmakers to pass laws to simplify permitting and construction rules, empowering property owners to build more homes, whether single-family houses, duplexes, or apartments, where demand exists.